welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
M15 PCA.
Nate 454.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow us over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. So Captain Marvel had its special look. It's the third trailer. I don't know why they had to try to make everything about this special.
Bigger than everything.
It was special.
Yeah,
It's never special. Kind of a superhero movie ever. It's the best one ever. So dumb.
It's just, again, this new trailer hasn't done anything for me yet. Since the first time I saw when it was first announced, for the first teaser to this third trailer, nothing has changed.
I think if anything, it's might even gotten worse.
Yeah.
It opens up and like they're at some bar, and Nick Fury's behind the counter for some reason, and it's like, oh, the grunge, like, okay, we get it. So they turn in the '90s, we get it.
I think the Blockbuster was enough.
The Nine Inch Nails T-shirt. We get it. It's the 90s. We get it. And that's not the grunge look. The grunge look would have been more like baggy pants and like the flannel shirts.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
Wasn't even the grunge look.
Yeah, flannel shirt, some ripped up jeans, and then your hair all nasty.
Yeah.
Like you
Well, that would have been if she had like you said, the flannel shirt, kind of like you said, kind of bun. That would have made sense with some jeans, exactly.
But what she was wearing was like a leather jacket and a Nine Inch Nails shirt, which isn't grunge at all. But then, what's wrong? Have a rough day, Agent Fury? Like, she delivered the line like crap.
Did you have a rough day, Agent Fury?
You want to give it another shot, Brie? You want to try it? Let's try it with a different inflection in your voice. It just came off as like...
Did you have a rough day, Agent Fury?
She forgot who his character was.
Yeah, like literally, you could tell she stopped mid-sentence and go, did Brie Larson really forget? And that's how many takes did they do? And that's the best.
Yeah, that's
one?
the best one.
You needed to really hit home this. This is the beginning of the trailer. You need to hit this line really good. Horrible.
Maybe within context of the movie, because she says rough day, but we don't know anything that's happened during the. It's just a bad scene to put in a trailer.
It is, and also it doesn't.
Especially her delivering that line, it just made it worse.
And to us, it doesn't really make any sense from the fact that saying, "Oh, the grunge look is good on you. You had a hard day." It almost sounds like
two different conversations.
Yes, sounds like The Room when Tommy Wiseau's like saying, "Oh, but nice doggy." Hey,
I don't know if she's as bad as Tommy Wiseau, but she's in the ballpark. She's getting there.
It's pretty bad. I don't understand why that would be the first 3 seconds of the trailer.
And if you want to know Perla what her voice kind of sounds like, if you ever listen to the Frosty the Snowman thing, the narrator, Carl Malden, it has that kind of sound.
It just...
it
sounds like... It's like, take the marbles out of your mouth, Brie.
Yeah.
Open your mouth when you're speaking, instead of just kind of, just like this. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's being told to play the part this way, but it's just odd.
If they are, that's the worst thing they could ever possibly did, because it's just terrible. You can't understand her.
But we get some of the old footage that we've seen before, her fighting the old lady on the train. I don't want to cuss. It's just stupid. It's not funny. It's dumb. And then, she has to pull the hair out of her eyes. It's so stupid.
It's one of those things like, I better should cut my hair, kind of like joke. Like,
It's so
again, more not being a female, try to be more like a man. Cut your hair and keep it short. And
it's just a weird thing. And we see some of the other agents like, oh, there's more of them. Is there any more? It's like, well, we're trying to say that we're trying to exploit them.
And the other thing is, I really do like Coulson, the character, and you're kind of making him look like he's...
Yeah, that one line, to me, it just sounds like he's gonna like, oh, can we just use her as a weapon? Don't even care about her.
No, like, I would be more like, oh, are there more of them, so we have to be ready, just in case they're coming or something? That would make more sense. But it made it sound like he wants to take advantage of them.
This is what I'm not understanding. So she was a pilot. She did some test flight. And it did like some type of hyper jump space thing.
Yeah.
She ended up and they saved her. She comes back to Earth. She doesn't know anything about her past. Doesn't S.H.I.E.L.D. know that she's Carol Danvers, that pilot that disappeared?
That's a great point.
Don't they know that?
Especially she's in the military. It wasn't like she was a kind of a nobody. But even then, S.H.I.E.L.D. has technology and computers to find all that out.
That's why it doesn't make any sense. The line when Agent Coulson says that, like, oh, there's more of them, I'm hoping that means to aliens. Like, meaning they're like, oh...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I hope
I'm hoping it means that, not the superheroes. But it probably does mean superheroes, which is stupid. So I don't know.
And there's the thing, wouldn't it be nice if they show the scene and say, oh, by the way, this is who you really are, and they show her her file of her, what she was like when she was on Earth before she got kidnapped. Yeah, here is your file, here's your pictures. Something like that would have made more sense than, oh, we don't know who she is.
and then we see the scroll, like the scrolls on the beach, and I guess they're shapeshifters, and then Brie Larson delivers a line. They're shapeshifters.
They're shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters. Well, that's the best we're going to get out of her. She can't say shapeshifters without...
She has to constantly have that smug look on her face.
I'm almost to the point like saying, does she have like a minor speech impediment?
It's super weird that she delivers her lines Just like she's trying not to open her mouth all the way.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It's so weird.
The difference with Bane, he actually was wearing a mask when he did his lines in the Batman movie. Not sure, no mask.
Should be your thumbnail.
This is awful.
Oh goodness.
And of course, you know, she's explaining what the Kree are and what
the Skrull
are, and then Agent Fury is like, okay, how do I know you're not one of these shapeshifters? She looks down at her hand, like charges it up, and like blows up a jukebox.
It's someone's bar, by the way.
Yeah, you destroyed someone's things to make a joke. And how is it supposed to make Nick Fury think this is anything that they couldn't do? He has no frame of reference about any of this.
That's why it's
so
stupid.
doing something even more fantastical probably even make him less trustworthy of you.
Anybody would know that. Even her character should know, hey, if I do like fly around and shoot laser blast, he doesn't know that they can't do that.
There's another thing too. Didn't she fight them in the past? So it would make no sense that she would realize that there'd be any. See, it's stupid.
Yeah, any normal person would know that. Yeah, this is not going to help prove my point.
No,
it's not going to prove.
What am I supposed to go? You're just gonna have to trust me.
Yeah,
that's all you can say at that point. What else could you say?
She blows up the jukebox. And then she's like waiting for Nick Fury to come look at her, and she's like, I showed you, kind of thing. And then he says what I just said, like, well, how does that prove anything? And then she just does a little eyebrow raise, like, Oh, God,
that's so dumb.
God, it's so stupid.
She goes, no, what about something she said, you know what, you're right, I shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. No, but you can never make Miss Marvel look like she made a mistake.
Captain Marvel. It's not Miss Marvel. I know.
I call her Miss Marvel. Sorry, that's all I remember her as. So.
Then we get Jude Law kicking her butt, which is good. What's the least interesting thing about Superman? His invulnerability is what makes him not interesting. Yeah. But this is how they want to portray her, as like this unstoppable force that never gets slowed down or anything. So Jude Law's kind of kicking her butt, but even then she just has that, I don't know, the look of a child that you're like, okay, you make sure you eat all your chicken nuggets. No!
But that's the only time Annie shows any good emotion, when she's pissed off. That's the only emotion she shows where she looks okay.
She always, in every scene I've seen her, she has that arrogant, smug, just like...
And we were talking about this yesterday, Crimson, when you said, I think what makes Superman is most appealing is trying to get in touch with humanity, trying to have that humanity in him. And there's none of that.
Yeah, she has no... She
is human.
She barely has emotions.
Yeah.
Besides, like, hatred and smugness. But, and, you know, I'm like, I'd rather just have Jude Law's character. Then, like, she's like, there's something, a secret in my past, that's the answer. Why? Why would that be the answer? Why would your stupid past be the answer to anything? You were a pilot, you went across stars, and they saved you. What? No. Unless they're going off the comic book, where her mom was a Kree, and her father was human. Like, they totally changed her origin story in the comics.
That actually would make more sense.
And then there's like that scene where she's like being like infused with like the blue energy, and then everyone thinks that that's cool looking, and it's just silly. It looks like she bit into like a fruit gusher, and she just was overcome with blueberry flavor. It just looks so stupid.
She got the new food flavor gum from Willy Wonka.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's too much.
It's turning violet.
I'm turning violet to the point where I'm getting electrified.
And again we see a bunch of other stuff from before. Like they keep showing the scene where she like falls off the ropes. Then it shows like her as a kid falling and hitting her head. It's like, what's up with this head trauma?
And, apparently they must have loved this scene so much.
Knocking her around. Then she's like a little girl standing up, and she has that no one can ever stop me attitude.
I know. And again,
we like our heroes having to struggle a little bit. So she's flying around destroying spaceships with just energy and nothing can stop her. What's the point?
Yeah, I hope she doesn't come and beat Thanos like in 2 seconds. And
the thing is, I'm hoping that this movie kind of bombs for the simple fact that I want her to make her a side character. She needs to be a side character. She can't be the face of Marvel.
It's just super weird. Then we get the thing everyone says, because even the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know, they have the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo and everything, you know, on clipboards, and it's on everything. Oh, what's this? And then Nick Fury's like, oh, it's the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo. Oh, we're trying to be a secret thing. Why don't you put your logo on stuff? Then he's like, says a lady who flies around in a rubber suit. Did anyone laugh?
No.
Honestly, I swear to God, if you thought this was like a super funny joke, you have no taste in comedy or anything.
That, she didn't deliver it either. Like you were telling me before, if that were Chris Pratt or Paul Rudd, they could probably pull
It'd
it
be
off.
a funnier joke for Ant-Man, because if Ant-Man said that, he could be like, oh yeah, it says the guy who was a 70-foot guy running through town talking about being real secretive.
See, that's actually funny.
See, I feel like
Rubber suit.
when everyone like Chris Pratt and all them, when they make a joke, I feel like, oh, I'm in on the joke. When she does jokes, I feel like she's like attacking people. Like I don't think she's like literally. I feel like she's attacking.
She's making fun of the fans.
Yeah,
She also feels like she's almost not saying embarrassed to do this role, but like it's
Yeah.
beneath her. Like,
It's
oh,
beneath
this is
her.
superhero stuff. That thinking in Hollywood and actors and actresses hasn't been around in 25 years. That's stupid. That's been gone.
And also, that joke may have worked maybe before the Marvel Universe came, and there was like different superhero movies that weren't as good. But no, Marvel Universe is pretty dang good now. You don't need to make stupid jokes like that.
I mean, this is where it takes a wrong turn.
And again, that's just going back because I'm scanning through the trailer when she did that photon blast thing. Skrulls can't do that. And she just had this weird way that every line she delivers is just so weird.
That's a photon blast.
And?
A scroll cannot do that.
And she has her eyebrows on.
And what makes it even more sad is in between takes when they're done, you see her because they were showing it like before this trailer. She's more happy, more animated. Why don't we get that on screen? Why don't we get that on screen?
There's like behind the scenes, she actually flew with some. They look
She
like
thought it was
F-16s.
awesome, yeah.
And she jumped off the thing, and she looked so happy. She's jumping around. It's like, okay, Brie Larson, you are a real human being. Why can't you bring any of that humanity to your character? And then I on Twitter, oh, you're judging a movie by the trailers. What else you want me to do? It's all I have.
The problem is there's been three now. 3 trailers, and none of them been good.
Yeah.
2 trailers and a special look.
Well, the thing is, also,
gosh.
what are you supposed to do? A trailer's supposed to get me to want to watch
Here's
this
that's what I
movie.
tell the person. You're saying it's going to be great and amazing. On what? By looking at the trailers. So shut the F up. You're judging it, saying it's great just by the trailers. I can look at this and not enjoy it the same way that you do enjoy it.
They're enjoying it, Mike, because they get when they order their ticket early, they get a coin with it.
Yeah, see, our local theater's doing a thing. Like, if you pre-order tickets, you get, like, a commemorative
Oh,
Captain
dude,
Marvel
really?
coin and a free medium popcorn.
Oh, my goodness.
So they're giving popcorn away to go see this movie.
So that makes you tell, after the first weekend, this thing's going to crash and
Yeah.
burn. I'm afraid. Maybe I should have said it earlier. Maybe I don't want it to fail, but it's going to fail.
See, but here's the thing, though. But Aquaman, which was just, for all intents and purposes, just stupid fun.
Yeah.
That made tons and tons and tons of money. This will make tons of money. It will, because people just want to go see superhero movies.
And also overseas. Overseas is
Oh,
where
yeah.
they'll
China saves everyone.
The thing is, Momoa is a meathead. And we kind of expect him to be that way, even though I don't want my Aquaman that way. I expect more out of Captain Marvel and Brie Larson. I just do. And it's just we're not getting it.
Here's a funny thing. What I don't, not to diminish anyone's, working out and everything. There's like a story about Brie Larson's 6-month workout plan. Does she look all that like she's been training to fight or anything?
Yeah,
She looks no different than she did in the ever in her life.
It looks like a mom going to the gym working out. So
Yeah, she's not ugly by any stretch of the imagination. She's not.
No.
She just looks like a normal lady that I would see anywhere in the world who trained for 6 months. Like, when you look at Chris Pratt, you look at Chris Evans and all those guys, when they get into the superhero roles, they literally, their bodies look like completely different than they normally do.
Ripped.
And it's like, not saying she has to be this muscle-bound freak, but she doesn't look like she did much of anything.
She look more like a fit pro, and she doesn't.
And all of her stuff is all CGI, so she doesn't even have to train.
Yeah.
She didn't have to.
Even in that scene, she's wearing her shirt, so you really wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, and then like when she's flying around blowing up the ships, all that's all CGI. She's not
Yeah.
doing anything. And all she's doing is pretending to shoot photon blasts that apparently Kree can't do, and we all know that.
Yep. Common knowledge.
Absolutely nothing. I feel nothing changed my mind about wanting to see this. Like, oh, you know what, guys? That's totally. It just didn't. It did nothing.
And
for
everything
me.
surrounding the movie too, it's just really bringing it down.
I'm not again. I remember I make the mistakes of like when like IGN runs an article on this.
Yeah.
They're going to do an amazing trailer. You look at the comment sections like on Twitter and stuff. I don't believe it. I was jumping out of my chair cheering. In your house, you jumped out of your chair and you were cheering. No, you weren't. You were a liar. I swear. I pray to God you didn't really do that. That is so.
If he
cringy.
did, that's cringe.
That's so
beyond
pathetic.
Cringe.
I hate when there's that false hype. That false, like, oh my goodness, it was. I ran out of the house screaming.
Oh man, I thought she looked pretty badass when she was fighting those things.
Yeah.
Fighting on that was so cool. I was cheering and I was saying, "You go, girl."
I
No,
was
you
crying.
didn't.
I'm gonna say this right now. There was a lot of overhype of Black Panther, but that was a decent movie. That was an okay movie. This is not. So it's making it even worse. It's just the whole thing is just.
And Bosman,
worse.
Chadwick Boseman he's a great actor.
Yeah.
He as T'Challa, he did an amazing job, and everything he said, you can feel like he believes what he's saying.
Exactly.
Does Brie Larson deliver the line of like, "Yeah, Skrull can't do that"? Did she even believe anything she just said? It just doesn't come off that she gives a crap.
But you look at him, T'Challa, I would think he was a regular African king, period, not even being a Black Panther. He's a regular leader. That's what he came off as.
I don't know. It just... Maybe seeing the movie and getting to know her and stuff, but just these little moments from the trailers, it's not someone I want to get to know.
No, not at all.
It took how long in Guardians of the Galaxy for everyone in the audience to fall in love with Star-Lord?
Instant.
10 seconds.
About 30 seconds. As soon as he lands on that planet and he's dancing around, he grabs a space rat and uses the microphone. Everyone fell in love with this guy.
Yeah.
Can Captain Marvel do something like that?
But
She's not a nice person.
I know, right?
She's not kind or nice or anything. So who likes an asshole?
No, exactly.
And also, how's she gonna be? And if she is in Endgame, which she probably is,
I
how's
would
she gonna be
imagine.
with all the other cast? Could you see her take orders from Captain America?
Yeah, she's gonna be bossing him around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't call her bossy.
Don't
No,
call her
You
bossy.
son of a B
Oh
word.
yeah, there was a poster that came out, and one of our favorite you guys posted it. Just some guy from this other YouTuber, and it's really good, talking about how ridiculous.
Yeah, you can't call her bossy. We don't even know her. She looks like someone who would be bossy.
And guess what? I can call anyone anything I want. I mean, we don't
Because
ban
it's a
words.
misogynist term. Shut up. If someone's acting bossy, they're bossy. Men, women, or child, it doesn't even
It doesn't matter, yeah.
But it's just like they're trying to get ahead of something, but at the same time, they're just making it worse.
And it was also a kind of a political thing 2 years ago, and it was so dumb. And unfortunately, even like someone that I like, calling Rice, would even subscribe to that, which is so stupid.
Yeah, you can't call women bossy. Shut the
yes,
hell
you
up.
can.
I'd call you bossy. If you're acting bossy, what do you want me to say?
Exactly.
Authoritative? Like, what do you want to use a different word?
And also, a good person can be bossy. Remember that. It's possible. It's a trait that could happen to anyone.
But there is a possibility that these trailers they just put them together wrong. But that has never been true for a Marvel film. Even bad movies like Thor, The Dark World,
And Iron Man 3.
and Iron Man 3 had amazing trailers.
Yeah.
Maybe they did it backwards. The trailers suck and the movie's amazing.
That'd be
Maybe I'm
crazy.
completely wrong. But I don't know. I have yet to come back
Well,
and say,
there's
you know,
gonna
guys...
there's gonna be a few authorities that they go see it. I'll believe their word, but I'm not gonna believe the media's word.
Oh, no.
Nor
They're
somebody's
automatically signed up to win everything.
Yeah, because you can't just not like this movie. You have to just absolutely love it. It's the best thing ever. You'll be considered a sexist.
How many of those pins you're gonna think are gonna be in the garbage?
Yeah, those little coins. I want to try to use it to pay for something.
Here's my token.
Again, and that's not the fact that they keep talking about, like, she's the thing. Captain America was the first hero.
Yeah, he was
the
the first.
freaking 40s. Shut up! Don't sound like everything started with her.
I know, and that's something we read about Coulson is that, dude, Captain America, fought in the war and he was frozen somewhere or lost. So yeah, he's the first.
There's
Avenger.
only one captain. It's Captain America.
Yeah, he's the first Avenger. We all know who he is. He's the first technically superhero or superhuman in the Marvel. So far.
And another thing I want to say too. This is the first time I never thought I would say this, but this movie is more like a DC film, and the DC Captain Marvel is more like a Marvel film.
Yeah, Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam, exactly.
Which looks like a ton of fun.
I'm gonna go see it.
I may not be like into the story or whatever, but I'm sure I'm gonna have a great time.
Yeah, it looks fun, and I love it. Like I said, the guy who plays Billy Batson, not so much, but the guy who plays Shazam, he's cool. He looks even fun.
Levy, I think his last name's something like that.
He looks really funny.
Here's the funny thing: is I was thinking about this in Captain America: First Avenger. Steve Rogers, and you have Carol Danvers. Let's say she made it in the army. Let a woman join the army. Would that scientist pick Carol Danvers to be the super soldier? No way, because she's a smug, jerkish, pig-headed jerk.
Yep.
He wanted a man that was weak because he would appreciate strength. Do you believe that? Would he have chosen Carol Danvers? Not in a million years.
Let me kind of flip this on you. When the Kree got Carol Danvers, they got the perfect candidate because that's how they would want someone who was like that.
Hey, again, guys.
Not knowing your personality, they pick
The
perfect.
Kree aren't good people.
The Kree, they pick perfectly for their race.
And also,
for their warrior.
And sorry to say, when you look at side by side, who's going to make the sacrifice play? Who can go in there and is like, I'm going to sacrifice
Would
everything?
Carol Danvers sacrifice herself to save everyone? But like that whole time with the grenade test?
Yes, exactly.
Would she have done that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Steve Rogers, the one everyone hated.
Yep.
He was willing to die for all of them.
But it wasn't that funny. The Tommy Joe General was like, "Oh, okay." He didn't even like, you like
whatever,
that, whatever. Yeah, sure, whatever.
And also maybe she would. But also you got to think about it this way too. Would she have thought about it first?
I don't know.
Captain America was on. He
No,
went
not
instinct.
even a think.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that she would.
And the thing is, she's indestructible for the most part, so she could take a lot of damage.
Well,
she's just a regular person. Would have been blown up by that grenade.
Again, I ask you out there, if somehow they were both in the army at the same time, would the doctor
That's
pick
a great
Steve
point.
Rogers or her? You can't tell me you would not have still picked Steve.
Not a perfect soldier, but a good
But good man with a good heart.
And that's what the scientists told
Can you
us.
say that about her?
Yeah.
That she has a good heart?
That's
a good
why I
soldier.
picked you, because I didn't want a strong person to get this serum because it would make him even more, corruptible. I wanted someone
Very
who was a
good.
great heart.
Yeah, could you imagine Captain America snarking it at everyone and then like that? He just unlocks.
That would have destroyed the character.
It's unlikable.
Oh,
yeah.
It's likable for people who always wanted to be that asshole. They always wanted it, but they were too weak and they couldn't be it.
Yeah.
And that's the hero. Captain Marvel's your hero. No, I can be that snarky and tell people what's what, and I was right
But
the
in
whole
the,
time.
but in the long term, that's not going.
Oh no, it never goes anywhere.
No.
Because those people don't stick around
No.
for 5 movies, 6 movies. They don't stick around for that.
Nope.
But yeah, thank you, Marvel, for this special look. It was special every sense of the word.
Yes.
However you want to take that.
This,
That's how
this look was as good as much as the game was. Okay, that was on. That's how bad.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
that was.
I can't believe how that shocked me.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Bree, for not convincing me that you know how to convey real emotions.
Yeah.
Except for snarkiness.
And like you said, like the marbles, open your mouth. What?
Yeah,
What's
those
the-
first couple of lines were just it's just weird.
That's awful.
You know, eyebrow raises. It's all it is. Just talk with your eyebrows. That's all she knows how to do.
She does the genie blink for my Jimmy Genie.
I think
What's
that's what
going
she's
on?
gonna do against Thanos. The eyebrow raise, and he's going, oh.
I came up with a good thing. You know what I would love? For Captain Marvel to come up and like hit Thanos and he goes flying across the ocean and she's beating the crap out of him and he's not really fighting back and then she's like standing on him like foot in his chest and everything. He's like, so this is your champion? Goes there and just
Boom.
and then they did nothing to him. She gave him all she got and then she realizes I need to work with all the Avengers to win.
Exactly.
I don't even mind if she delivers the final blow, just that she needed everyone
There's
to
got
help.
to be
Yeah,
some
exactly.
kind of situation where she might need the Hulk to help her. And
Or Thor and Hulk, and they all have to.
And
Yeah.
maybe Captain America's strategy, like, hey, Brie Larson, you're going to be our shield. You're going to go up there and you're going to get pounded, but you're going to need to be...
Distract him, and then we're going to
yeah.
get in there, we're going to... Some device or something.
Exactly.
It can't be all her. If it's
just
all her, that would... As much as I'm looking forward to seeing Endgame, that would really just, like, irritate me.
That'd
Yeah,
be so gross.
And then they're even saying, and then something, I guess, Samuel Jackson said that she might have time travel.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson, I
my
posted...
goodness.
If you follow us, you can post us, like, regular posts of, like, text. I posted that, and he's talking about, she's one of the most powerful people in all the MCU, and she's so powerful, and it's so great to have this character that's so powerful. That's never a good thing. We love Spider-Man because he's just a street-level hero. You can't do all these things. Oh, she's one of the few characters, one of the characters that can actually time travel. I know in the comics, Carol Danvers is the steward of the Time Stone, and I guess if
But not Doctor Strange, which is
but
weird.
technically, if anyone uses a time stone, they can time travel. But
Yeah.
saying that she can just do it, he must have gotten something mixed up, and because I don't think she can just like, oh yeah, by the way, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
run on
she
time.
why don't you just go in the past and get all the Avengers again and bring them back? I mean, to that time, that's so stupid.
I hope that's not a thing, because if that does happen in the movie, it would just be, I don't know, movie breaking almost.
Yeah, beyond stupid.
Yeah.
I want lasting consequences. I want someone to make that sacrifice play, and they're dead forever. I want that because it gives it so much more weight than you rewind time.
And then they do it like
It's like we need the Scooby Doo ending, and they rip off Thanos' mask, and it's really Kevin
She
Feige.
does the Superman run around the Earth.
Yeah, she needs to spin the
Fire.
Earth around.
Or even got Superman, or like it's like if like Family Ties. I remember, and then it fades into the past like 3
That's
years
not
later.
really happened.
That's how it happened. What? That's so stupid. Oh gosh, what Marvel? What are we doing here? What's going on?
No.
It's kind of ridiculous. Overall, I don't know. She's supposed to be this super cool character, and they're pushing too hard. When you push so hard, it makes people go back a little bit. Why not just build her up a little bit? No, she's already at the top.
Yeah,
And where's the go from the top?
there is no weakness.
Down, but I don't know if they're going to do that. They're not going to show her fall from grace. No way.
Or how can you have more movies when, like, okay,
She's already the best.
Yeah, your big threat right now is Thanos. If she can easily defeat him, well, okay, what's your next villain?
Unless they do something like, oh, she got depowered. Oh, she hit him so hard it, I don't know, made her weak for a
Oh, well,
weekend.
gives me
I don't
some
know.
man. And I've said this before, but here you have in the last Guardians movie, and they made Adam Warlock. He can actually fight Thanos.
Yeah.
We're just not going to use him at all. That's just
Yeah.
going to be nothing.
I don't know.
That's stupid.
I don't know. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, sub, and share. Also, for the most up-to-date information about the podcast, follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast.